What's up, Worms?
What's up, bruh? Phase up, baby. Hey, phase up, bro.
Hey,
phase the fuck up, bro.
I don't even know how to do it, but they've been recruiting me.
Stop the cap.
Hello and welcome back to the Sunday Funday podcast. I am your host, Commissioner Coates. I am joined by my co-host, as always, Mr. Alan. What's up, Alan?
Nothing much. Happy to be here with my rival.
Have you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Temper's flaring. Of course, that means that we're joined by Chuck Johnson. How are you, Chuck?
I'm not too bad. I played golf today on my off day, so I cannot complain too much. Didn't play very well, but I played golf.
How was the short game? Did Connor make the right choice in his golf team?
I had a rental set, and I only had a sand wedge and a pitching wedge. And in my own bag, I have 5 different wedges. So anything inside of 115 yards was tough today for me. I struggled. But if I had my own set, I think I might have been low 70s if I had my own set today. So
Wow, he's feeling it.
I know.
How's spring training been treating you so far?
Spring training's been good. I have been watching a lot of baseball, a lot of sleepers I've gotten a good eye on. Games have been a lot shorter, which is something I love and appreciate. Fernando Tatis still doesn't have a hit, I don't think. For those of you that are looking to draft them, I don't know who you are, but for those of you that are. But yeah, spring training's been good. It's been good. Can't complain.
Good. Well, let's keep that rolling into a life update. What else is going on outside of baseball?
Since last offseason, I did something that I think everyone in this league should do, and that is go through the adopting, whatever you want to call it. I adopted twins in the off season they have Asian descent, and it's been a great 5 months ever since that happened. I really think everyone in this league should do that.
Are those cats or humans?
They are cats.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
cats
you had me.
Yeah. They're cats, not actual humans. But it's been a great thing for my girlfriend and I. And I think
I'm getting a little hot after that one.
I think it's just a suggestion for the rest of the league. If it's just been a great process.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really rewarding.
It's great. It's great. Every time I come home from work, they're there to jump in my arms, and they're really supportive of me.
Unconditional love.
Yes, truly.
Well, that's great. That's really heartwarming.
Yeah.
Chuck, the soft man.
What'd you say?
Chuck, the soft man.
Yeah, if you're calling being or having kittens soft and having showing support for an animal, and
all right, you don't have to do me I'm just trying to be your rival. Come on now.
Well, you did. That's fair. I hate you. And
mutually agreed. Well, for the cameras.
Yes, just for the cameras. Strictly for the cameras, obviously.
Strictly.
All right, let's get into baseball.
Let's do it.
So, Chuck, last year you missed the regular season championship by, I think, just half game. And then you fell in the semifinal of the playoffs. How did it feel to miss the money twice by such a narrow margin in 1 year?
Well, in case you guys forgot, that's the second year in a row I got second in the regular season. I missed out on the regular season money. But yeah, it was a dark play. I was in a dark place for a little bit after I took the loss to you, Coach. Yeah, it sucked. And to be honest, Coach, I kind of fumbled the bag. I just mismanaged that week. Kind of handed it to you a little bit. If I had just managed better, I would have won. Just managed like I managed all year. But I got in my own head, and yeah, I was once the final Sunday hit and I got the L, it was a bad couple weeks. But it's a new year, so
What are you going to do differently to not fumble the bag this year?
it's a good question. I am going to try to not get in my own head when it gets down to it, in the playoffs. I just made dumb moves. Like, thinking about it, like I don't know if something else was going on in my life during that point, but I just made moves that just didn't even make sense. And like, I left a combo meal on the bench. I picked up starters, which we all know I'm not a starters guy. So I don't know. But at least last year I wasn't a starters guy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm gonna have a great team. And I'm just gonna make the right decisions this year. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna stay within myself, not try to get too crazy. And the last 2 years, I've made a really bad trade in season that has come back to bite me in the ass. Like, it was with you last year. I traded for Josh Hader when he had a 0.00 ERA, and he ended the year with a 5.22 ERA. Yeah, it was tough. And I sent you Matt Olson when he sucked for me, but then he got really hot for you. Mm-hmm. And I got Whit Merrifield in return, and I ended up dropping him. So yeah, I'm going to try to not do something like that this year.
It's one of the more lopsided deals of the year, for sure.
Yeah, and then the year before that, the most lopsided deals probably in the history of the league was Mookie for Adalberto. Straight up. Yep. Still got second in regular season though. And I think Carlin ended up turning Adalberto into Devers. I think you traded Adalberto for Devers or something like that. I don't know. He traded Mookie for Devers. Sorry, because he got Mookie. He traded Mookie for Devers later in the year. But yeah,
so you indirectly made Nicky lose the championship, is what you're telling me. Wow.
Yes.
The butterfly.
Nicky, I don't think he had ever realized that, but he will now. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hear about on Apex after he listens to this for sure.
What you got, Orms?
All right. So, Chuck, we have a question submitted from a non-Sneech member who will not be named.
I was wondering how that was going to go. Was it going to be non-Sneeches asking the questions now? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he asks you, what is your problem with starting pitchers?
A couple years ago, I just looked at the numbers, and you've got your top starting pitchers, and then past that, you've got your top 4 or 5 guys past that. Yeah, they're solid, but they're inconsistent. And I looked at the numbers of the relief pitchers, and I think the year that I started doing all relief in season, I think that was a year that Connor took like his first 4 picks or something were like all the closers. And
The fraud squad.
and that what was that?
The fraud squad. And
No, that was the year after. That was the year after. Actually, you might be right. You might be right. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, you might be right. But I just looked at the numbers and I thought to myself, I'm just going to try to get a really good offensive team. And then, relievers typically get drafted later. So, I thought to myself, try to stack up early on offense and draft later with relievers. And, it's worked out the last couple of years, except in the playoffs. But that was really the thing. Just the starting pitchers inconsistent and the relievers are more consistent. And with this league, like I said, Connor drafted all the top closers and so that made it to where not a lot of guys had any closers at all. So that gave me an opening to, when I'm not facing Connor, to get wins against people.
Does the fact that there's never been a closer-only champion, does that make you question your strategy at all?
It does, but I am sort of stubborn and just like to prove myself right, maybe. And I don't know. I just think I proved it over 2 regular seasons. It can be done over the playoffs. It's a fraction of what the regular season is. But last year, like I said, I just completely fucked it up and made bad decisions, and Josh Hader sucked, which sucked for my team a lot. But so yeah.
Okay, so do you plan on deviating from the closers only, or?
Well, as we all found out, my strategy has not been deviated from. A couple weeks ago, my whole strategy was put out to everyone in the league, but
Supposedly.
I don't know. Honestly, truthfully, I will tell this to everyone. I am just seeing how the board falls, and if starting pitchers are there that have slipped that I feel are worthy of. I've had the top 3 picks, 11, 12, 13. I'm not going to take a picture there. I will tell everybody. So my first pitcher would possibly be 63. And if a starting pitcher slips there that I think is worthy, I will take a starting pitcher there. So I think that's a good answer to that question.
I love the psyops via podcast, because we all know what the fuck you're not doing. No Cubs team. I'll tell you that right now.
Worms. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the board falls.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Hardly said that the top 50 picks are going to be batters. So 63 comes around and DeGrom's still there. Might as well.
If there's one person whose draft analysis you can trust, it's Austin Hartley.
That's true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most of my knowledge comes from actually him.
All right, Chuck, let's get into your hypothetical question here. I got 3 parts for you.
Okay. Whoa, geez.
Part 1, do you burn? That's not even hypothetical, just yes or no.
I burn. Yeah, I burn.
All right. Now, I need you to make your dream blunt rotation with league members. You plus 3 members, and then 1 active MLB player.
3? You said 3?
You, 3 league members, 1 MLB player.
Okay. Well, the first 2 off the bat that snap of the finger came to mind are Granberry and Dawson Taylor, because I also know that they truly burn. And so they will easily be in that rotation. And they can also roll better blunts than I can. So that's another reason they will be in that rotation. And they're just good people. Like, that's good. You're having a good conversation. And you don't really know what the conversation is going to be about, but it's going to be good with those guys. Now the third, I know that Alan Orms burns, but he is my rival, and I hate him. So I don't.
I feel like we'd have a good time.
We probably would have a good time. I would include you, Coach, but you only said 3, and it was league members, and you only smoked with Carly there. So
Yeah.
that's just rule. Like by law, you cannot be there. I know for a fact Carlin wouldn't be there. That fucking chotch faggot.
Save that for part 3 of the question.
Okay.
Just who's the third?
I mean, I'll say Orms because I know he burns. Not a lot of people there that truly burn, and yeah.
Who you got for your
That's
MLB player? Which
my
act-
MLB player? I'm gonna say Votto because I think there the guy go. There he goes, proving he burns right there. I'm gonna say Votto because he is just a. I love listening to him talk about baseball, and I'm obviously a Reds fan, so that'd be cool. And yeah, I just think he's a super interesting guy. High or not, he'd be awesome to listen to and talk to.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick. All right, part 3, your nightmare blunt rotation. League members, 1 MLB player.
Easily number 1, Chris Carlin. That faggot, that shot,
Fuck you,
that
Carl.
queer. Is that it involves league members?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna involve Nikki on that because I just feel like he will try to start some argument and it's gonna get too serious and it's just gonna not be fun anymore at some point because Nikki's just gonna be arguing with somebody about something, and I just don't want to have that. And I'm gonna say probably Brock Frick because I don't think he's ever smoked before.
That would be a nightmare.
You guys know? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, and so he could take one puff, and we might need to call 911. So, and I don't. That would ruin the high if we had to call 911. So, wouldn't want that. And the baseball player. I mean, probably Yadier Molina, even though he's retired, because I hate the St. Louis Cardinals with a passion. And even though he's a great player, he just grinds my gears. He killed the Reds for so many years. So probably Yadier Molina.
I was thinking about that question for myself, and the first person that came to mind was Josh Donaldson. I hate Josh Donaldson. He seems
That's
like
fair.
big school.
Yeah, he has a punchable face and just seems like a turd.
Yeah.
Easily hateable.
What about you, Arms? Who's your MLB player on that one?
Definitely Altuve.
Ooh, yeah, Astros. Good choice.
He's a little guy, so he's got that Napoleon energy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always about that shit.
Probably the only guy you could beat up in a fight, though. So that's probably has something to do with it.
All right.
Yeah, fuck you, rival.
A beautiful segue. That's a beautiful segue to my question I have for you today.
Okay.
The number one question that I have for you. Why do you hate me?
You know what, Orms? I'm gonna come clean here. I don't actually hate you. It's just
I know.
for the cameras, and it's
I just gotta pull
we were just giving each other rivals, like because it was just odd men out. So, and I think we just us being us, we know how it goes.
I don't know. I think it blossomed from there. I mean,
there is a little bit that, like, we have a little bit of back and forth in the group that we probably have the guys thinking these guys, there's a real rivalry here.
Yeah, there is. I believe there definitely is. I 10-0'd you in the championship.
You did do that, but that was.
And then the next year you had one win.
Orange broke your spirit.
I broke your spirit. I gave up.
I guess that's fair. I guess I haven't thought of it that way. And so now that I have, I fucking hate you. And
I am the villain. Carlin is the false prophet. I'm the villain.
You are the villain. Carlin is not the villain at all, because you have to be respectable to be a villain, first of all. And he is easily the least respectable person in the league. And yeah, he just sucks. He just sucks overall as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to box him, actually. I'm not even joking.
I'm down. I might throw gloves on too.
Dude, I am so serious about that. But because were you guys gonna ask me about that?
Nope. But since you brought it, when is it happening?
When is it happening? I mean, I would love for it to happen the day I get back from spring training, but I know I screwed up in telling him my intentions, but what he did was just stupidly wrong. We're playing for a lot of money, and that you don't do that. And I want to box him in the ring, actually, for that. But I do admit I shouldn't have texted him that. But I mean, when you're texting somebody individually, kind of have the understanding that you're not sending it to other people. But whatever. I want to box Carlin.
Let's set it up.
Dude, I would love talk to him at the draft. We can have headgear on. We can have all the protection he wants. But I would love to box him.
I love it, bro. I can go live.
Yeah, we can put it on IG Live. I mean,
we're going live on TikTok. We're gonna have 50,000 people watching.
Let's get this league famous.
That's what we're trying to do here. We've already created a collection of this year.
Yeah.
The introduction.
I mean, I love the podcast idea. It's been a great thing to listen to the past few weeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shouts to Orms. It was a great idea.
And props to you guys, our hosts. You guys have been doing a really good job. I will say.
You got this, bro.
Except you, Orms. You fucking suck.
I do suck. It's all part of the plan.
All right, Chuck, we're running a little bit long, but I just wanted to hear your explanation of you talked a lot of shit about the Sneetches, and now you've changed your tone since you've been added. Could you just explain?
I mean, yeah, it was probably rooted in jealousy, because I once in it, and then the 115 kicked me out. Is that right?
I feel like you were. I think you got kicked last. Yeah.
Yeah, which would make sense. And I think it was just after that is when I created this hate for the Sneetches, because I got kicked out, and and I did truly believe that if I were to get added back, that I wouldn't stay. But when I got that addition, it was kind of nice. I felt sort of elite, and it's a good group of guys. So why would I not want to be in that group? But yeah, it was definitely just I was a little pissed off. I was a little Yeah, I was a little butthurt, as they say, but that's all in the past now. Sneetches, everyone that's not a Sneetch should want to be a Sneetch.
It's fair. That's what everybody strives for. It's the epitome of elite fantasy baseball owner.
Has Orms ever been a Sneetch?
I think he was at some point.
Yeah.
At some point. You gonna
Probably
get
after
back there, Orms?
Championship.
You gonna get back there?
I don't know. Who cares?
Probably not.
Hey.
All right, Chuck.
I don't give a fuck.
See, that's what Chuck would do.
Yeah.
Last thing before we go, Chuck. Bold predictions for 2023.
I've been thinking about this, and I thought that I don't know if this would be smart or not, given that you're the host, Codes.
Hey,
But
this is a free space. This is a safe space.
I know this. I know that's what I beat my. That was my end thinking there. That let me just be honest here. I think Michael Coates will struggle or be fighting for a playoff spot at the end of the year. I'm not going to say he's going to miss it. I'm just saying that you're going to struggle. And that's because, like, I just think, like, the top tier is the top tier of this league. And the bottom tier is the bottom tier. I'd love to be proven wrong, but I just think there's the top of the league, and then there's the bottom. There's also a middle. There's a middle too, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your bold prediction. Is that I'm going to be struggling
my
against?
bold prediction is that you will be fighting for a playoff spot. Call it bold or not. I wish I could look at the non-Sneetches and say that they are going to knock a Sneetch out, but as of right now, I just don't think. That's just based on the draft picks and the past, but a non-Sneetch could knock a draft out of the park. Like, I think Harley has great picks and could knock it out of the park, but who knows? Who knows?
We'll consider that on my bulletin board in the locker room.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
All right, Chuck. Is there anything else?
Are you going to ask me what? Are you going to ask me what I'm willing to wager on that?
Oh yeah. What do you want to wager?
I was going to wager what I thought was the biggest, most egregious wager that I've seen so far on the podcast, and that was joining Brock and getting out of the league message for 2 days. I thought that was just blasphemous. I don't know why he said that, really, but I'm going to join him in on that one, actually.
So if I'm a 6 or a 7 seed, or I miss the playoffs, you're taking 2 days.
I'm out.
Oh
See ya. I know. I know. I probably shouldn't have said that. Now that I think about it, but
dude, what are we gonna do?
Dude, I know. Can I take that back?
I can't.
I'm
sorry, you can't. No, it's locked in.
God, dude. All right, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how the season
Your
goes.
fate is in my hands.
It truly is. It truly is.
All right, Chuck. Anything you want to say to the people before we sign off?
I love this league so much, and I love you all so much, except Carlin. I truly don't like you, and I want to box you.
I love it.
That's it. I love you guys, except Carlin.
All right, guys. Great episode. We'll be back soon with Henry Winklehake, and then we're down to our final two, me and Nikki. 3 episodes left.
Let's get it.